What y'all got going on? Let me get her situated. What y'all got going on? Listen, my name is Olivia Love. If you don't know that by now, please make sure that y'all are liking the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. All right, I would greatly appreciate that. Um, and of course, make sure that you hit the notification bell so y'all know when I am doing my live streams. I mean, as well, you can just follow me on Twitter, Instagram, because I always try to make an announcement or always try to remind y'all when I'm gonna go live. At this live stream, I was a little late. I definitely apologize, but it's all right because the video is gonna be saved. Okay, so you can just watch it after the fact. All right. Um, Anyhow, this is going to be a message, a career financial message. I've been doing these, it seems like, you know what I'm saying, y'all into them, I'm into them as well. Okay. So it's going to be a message between, what is it called, I'm going to break it down. Of course, if you're not watching this live, first of all, I don't know what you're doing with your life. All right. However, but if you just hit the little down button or whatever, and look into the description, you can click on, you can see the chapters. Okay. um, you can see the chapters and just skip to whichever part you're trying to listen to. But I will break it down in between, kind of like an overall energy vibe, around just overall what I'm feeling within career and finances for a lot of people right now. Um, well, my soul tribe, you know what I'm saying? The people that vibe with me, I vibe with y'all. And then I'm breaking down into unemployed, energy, employed, and then self employed. Okay. So there's an overall vibe. I actually, I'm a just because they're sitting here, okay, y'all know I love these little words or whatever, little colorful messages. I'm gonna pull one of these for you guys. But anyways, you can already tell by the title, okay. And there was a vibe of, like, showing somebody how to do something. There's a vibe around, are you the trainer or the trainee? Okay. Not necessarily are you the what you call it, like the student or the teacher. I feel a vibe of where, like, we've gotten out of that. And it definitely is, again, if you kind of like follow along in my videos or whatever that I've done throughout the year or whatever. But there was kind of like this energy around, student and teacher, like trying to figure out which role you really embodied the most, like where you were in your life. And I feel like we've gotten past that, where it's like, school is out, what I'm saying, school is out for summer. Okay. School is out for daggone summer. Well, really, school is out for spring break right now. Okay. But school is out for summer, you know what I'm saying? And it's moving on to different points of where now it's like a point of being trained. It's like, okay, you've gotten the education and now you're being trained for something. Like you're going to the next level in something. And for some of you guys, again, maybe you were the teacher at a particular point, and now it's like you need to be the trainer for a particular skill, where it's like you were either receiving general information, receiving information, or giving information on just how to handle things just naturally, on how to handle things in a collective perspective. But now it's more so about a specific curriculum. Now it's more so about specific gift, talent, or skill, and how to capitalize off of it. And I mean, you definitely could have multiple gifts, talents, and skills that can take you very far, or that you will be able to maximize. But I feel like that you're also too understanding, where it's like, okay, now that I have my blueprint, now that I've brainstormed the whole thing, now it's time to really get into action. As I say that, I just see a 1010, and I did say I was going to do an updated energy message around 1010. I've actually done a 1010 energy message already. You can go look for that on my channel, okay? But I want to do an updated one. But anyways, but there's a vibe around where now it's about, now that you've kind of mapped out, how you see something, or understand something as a whole. Now it's really time to really start to go in and pinpoint, and really define, and really get the details of things. So some of you guys, like I said, you could be going into a particular skill. You could, either be getting a certification in something right now. Again, some of you guys, you were the teacher and you understood something, or you understood something as a whole. But now it's like you're taking the selective people, you're taking the selective students who were actually really into the curriculum, who were actually really into the subject, and now you're teaching them, certain gifts and skills, or again, how to maximize their certain gifts and skills. And for some of you guys, maybe you were at a point in life or where you were in this teacher position, or you were leading others, or you were teaching others certain things or certain skills that you knew. But now maybe you're in a trainee position of like, okay, I've been a master at X, Y, and Z, and it's like I still want to be able to teach. I still want to put myself in that position, but as well, the best teachers need to know how to be students. The best teachers, the best trainers, they need to know how to be trainees. They need to know how to listen. So you may be trying yourself to learn a new skill, or to again learn and be able to master something else now. Okay. And like I said, that can resonate in many different ways. But again, it's just kind of like the overall energy, the overall message. I do want to pull, like I said, a little colorful message here for you guys. You got, I'm gonna pull two. I'm gonna do two. You got, the first one is earlier disappointment. First of all, the color blue. The color blue might be significant to a lot of you guys, but you got the message: earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Okay. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. And then you also have the message of that you have options is meaningful. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, maybe you've reached a certain peak, or, you've gotten to a certain level, you got to a certain mastery of something, and it's like, it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to continue to kind of like, take time within a certain sector? It's almost basically like you could be at a point of like, is it time to graduate and elevate, or do you want to stay here? Do you want to stay at this level? Like, I'm literally thinking of some teachers, where they do go from teaching, elementary, and maybe they, some of them might stay there forever. They might retire within that grade level. And then some teachers, they end up going on to like, okay, now I'm going to teach middle school. Maybe some of them become, executives within a school, or a principal or a counselor or something, and then maybe some of them even go to the level of possibly being a professor. Maybe they need to do more schooling, like I'm talking about now. Maybe they need to do more schooling, or get a higher degree or something, or learn something else before they can get to the level of a professor in a college. And that's what I'm saying, where it's like, maybe you've had roles where you were able to teach because that was your level. Like, you were on that level, you had the skill level, you had the mastery of this thing in order to teach and lead others in a particular way. And now again, you have these options of like, okay, do you feel as if your time is complete where you are? Do you feel as if your job here is done, like it's time for you to move forward, it's time for you to move on now? Or do you feel like, what, no, like I'm comfortable with this familiarity, I'm comfortable, and I feel as if, for some of you too, because I don't think it's a bad thing. For some of you, yes, you may feel like that it's time for you to move to different levels, to do different things, to explore other passions that you have in life. Period, point blank is what this could be meaning, where it's like, yeah, you got to a point of mastery. Just for an example, I got to a particular point of makeup artistry. Like, I went through a lot of training. I've done a lot of things. I've done makeup for photo shoots, for video shoots, for weddings or whatever. Got to the point of where I did take a moment in my life. It didn't last forever, because for me, I just didn't feel it was necessary. But I did take a moment in my life where I only did makeup. Actually, this was even before YouTube and everything. I was actually just a makeup artist. I was just getting money, what I'm saying, by trying to get different clients and whatnot, and I paid my bills by doing that. Then I went on to a point of where I left makeup artistry. Then I went to skincare. And if you know, but that's a whole different sector. Yes, it's still within the beauty community, but that's a different sector. It's like, what do you do with your skin after you take this makeup off? And that's a whole nother science to understand skincare. So I went to a point of being into skincare. I was a manager within skincare, and then, like I said, my passions just end up changing. I didn't feel like trying to teach somebody a damn cut crease every day. I didn't feel like trying to get somebody to understand, that that's too much shadow right there. You need to contour like this, or you don't even have to contour if you don't want to. I just knew it was time for me to go. Like, there definitely could have been other places I could have grown within that beauty industry, but for me, it was time for me to go. And that's when, lo and behold, 4 years ago, I started to get into into YouTube. I started to get into more spiritual work. And so it's just, you have to have this, and really kind of the point of having this open portal and having this open communication with God and understanding, certain signals and certain signs in your life of like, okay, it's time for me to pack up and leave. Okay, I've done all that I needed to do here. Now I need to move on to other things. Now I need to open myself up to my other passions. And that's the thing. That's why I don't ever really talk about like, are you on the right path, or not even the right path, but people always say, well, what's my life purpose? Baby, we have many purposes in this lifetime. Like I said, I could have just went on and continued to be, a makeup artist. Before being into makeup artistry, I was a singer. That's when I'm just saying, on a personal level, I'm always going to be a singer. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily reach my peak potential when it came to music and singing, but that was my first passion. It was singing. And actually, thinking even back further, my very first passion was actually artistry, drawing and sketching and coloring and everything. I was actually an artist early in my early years. Then I went on to music. Then I went on to makeup artistry, and now it's more so about influencing, life coaching, and what I'm saying, content creating and whatnot. But again, there might be another level that God has for me, another passion that God is waiting to open the doors for me. And that's the thing. That's how you don't get to a point of feeling like, oh, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. You have to continue to stay open. You have to, it's a vibe around like, you have to leave room. That's one thing that I always say. It's like, you have to leave room for God to surprise you, because you don't know all. You cannot see all. You won't be able to predict every single thing from now to the day that you pass over. You can't. So it's like, be sure that you always leave room to be open for God to surprise you and for God to give you more, because not even you may understand all that you have within you. Okay, like, this was not something, and that was another thing that I had been saying. I told you I was watching one of the competition shows or whatever, Gordon Ramsay competition show of Next Level Chefs, Next Level Chef, and it was just this one lady. She was just a home cook. They had different levels: social media cooks, 20-year chefs or whatever, home cooks, personal chefs for like celebrities. Had a bunch of different people that were in the competition. But this one woman, she got super far. I think she got to like the top 4 or something, and she was literally just somebody's auntie that just knew how to cook good, and she ended up being able to get into the competition. She wasn't the social media person. She didn't have any training or anything, and it was just one thing that I will never forget what she said. But she was just like, listen, she was like, I do many of vision boards, or I'm always writing out goals and whatnot. And she was like, I'm gonna tell you something. Me being on a show with the caliber of Gordon Ramsay and other chefs, she was like, that was never on my vision board. And that just lets me know that I need to start thinking and dreaming bigger. I need to stop limiting myself. She said, this was never on my vision board. I would have never imagined that I would have got to this, or I would have had this opportunity. Okay. Anyways, child, like I said, the biggest overall energy you have here, again, earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. So again, there was no point of no glass ceiling. You don't need to stop. There was no stopping point. Again, maybe the work that you needed to do in a moment, it was just done. So it may have seemed like a disappointment to you, or seemed like you failed at something or whatever. No, baby, it was just a rehearsal to be a part, or it was just a part, something that you needed to learn, something that you needed to grow through in order to really create who you needed to be for when you got to the point of where you needed to be. Okay. Again, earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. And then you have the message that you have options is meaningful. So yes, to be spoiled for options, baby, that's definitely a blessing. Okay. So I'm gonna get into the message for each individual one. Like I said, I will, if you're not watching this live, okay, I will end up having the timestamps in the description box of the video for each one. So vibes, and listen, you can listen to each one. It may resonate for you differently in a different way. So the vibe for unemployed, literally, if you are literally unemployed right now, or if maybe you got a job but you're looking for something else, or maybe you're in a contract situation and you know it's about to end, or maybe you work for yourself, you know what I'm saying? So however it may resonate for you. Okay. So the spirit animal that you got for unemployed energy is the cheetah, okay? The little cheetah baby. It says a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. And then you have the financial message of windfall of abundance, child. It says an increase in your abundance is arriving in many different forms. Some of them may come unexpected. So be open to receiving. What did I just talk about? Okay. And also, too, if you end up clicking on the unemployed one and you didn't listen to the beginning message, you need to go listen to that. Okay. Or you didn't listen to the overall message, you need to go listen to that. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, your health, and your charitable work. Some of you guys, when it comes to literal finances or whatever, again, there could just be either a lump sum of money or that just might be coming to you out of nowhere. Again, maybe if you have some type of hustle or some way to get money, like maybe you will be getting more than expected, or maybe you end up getting like more clients, or again, just maybe you are a pawn. I'm about to say a pawn artist. Okay, maybe you pawn things, or you're going to go pawn something to try to get some extra money or whatever. Lo and behold, you thought it was a little rock, come to find out it's some type of crystal worth $1 million. Okay. Okay, like what you got going on. All right, definitely with the vibe of the cheetah of, again, a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. It's definitely a vibe where maybe you had a vision for yourself, or you had a goal that you were trying to achieve. And it's like you've already decided on that. Like it's something within you. It's like, no, I'm deciding on this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to achieve this. And it's like, Bible, you will. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you're steadfast, you're unwavering, like faith within something is basically is the driving force to really manifest something to come into your life. Okay. Bunny rabbits, google the more spiritual meaning to rabbits, and bunnies might end up being significant for you as well. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn may be significant here. There could be something happening in Taurus season. We're about to go into Taurus season. Well, that's the first season that's coming up as far as like earth signs, Taurus. So end of April going into May, there could be that windfall of abundance where something, and with that energy of windfall, like it might be something that happens fairly quickly. For some of you guys, I get the vibe too where like maybe you were doing like odd jobs, like little small jobs here and there, and then boom, out of nowhere you get that big job, you get the big breakthrough, that again you were expecting and being optimistic and holding on to your faith, but it's like the way that things were going. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like the way that things were going, your optimism around it was kind of dwindling by reality. But that's the thing. It's like, again, leave room for God to surprise you. God is mysterious, baby. You know what I'm saying? God is not a man that he gonna lie. All right, he is a daggone spirit, a daggone spiritual energy. So again, it's just like, don't lose that faith. Like hold on and do not waver on your decision. If you decided like I am on this path, I'm going towards this thing, baby, hold on to it because you almost there. Definitely big vibes around one quote that I love to say, where it's like every no is leading you to your yes. Okay, so a lot of y'all finna, you know what I'm saying? What Michelle say? Okay, if Jesus says yes, okay, nobody can say no. Okay, if Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. If Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. If Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. Okay, I'm just saying, but yeah, listen, there could as well be some like gifts or presents coming towards you. Honestly, I feel like because it's actually a picture of Santa. Okay, Santa, with his little gift knapsack or whatever. It could as well be a vibe where it's going to be a moment, either whatever career this is, a job. For some of you, maybe you have a degree and finally you're about to be able to use it within career. For some of you as well, this could be the point that your gifts, talents, and skills, like it's no longer just a little hobby. You no longer just have a little YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? You no longer, are just a little small, Instagram boutique. Like it's something that could be coming, within the coming months, of where again you end up getting to the point of your greatest potential within a particular gift, talent, or skill that you have. Okay. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to actual finances, I feel like that it's like you have stability. Okay, I feel like I literally get the vibe of like 3 weeks to 3 months for some of you guys. Okay, and it's like the finances that you have. I feel like you've gotten great with, your financial your financial responsibility. I feel like you may have some savings, like you have something to stand on, especially the way the cheetah is standing on this thing, and it's like the branches, whatever, like they're green, so it's literally reminding me of like financial energy, money. So it's like I feel like you have something firm to stand on when it comes to actual finances. But again, it's like, listen, be open to receiving and open yourself up, because I feel like that you about to open a whole can. You know what I'm saying? Like your energy, your financial stability, your financial freedom is really about to overflow. Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. And I also get as well that when it comes to like people that will be around you, I feel like it's gonna be good vibes. I feel like you're gonna have good vibes around you. I feel like that you'll be able to understand. Like a lot of you might end up making new friends. You're gonna end up having newer people coming into your life, new friends and whatnot. There was this one little social media person or whatever. I was watching the little, what, I don't even know what they call it, the shorts or whatever on YouTube. Um but one person, they were talking about, like I would have never imagined that I was just filming, because some people, they end up getting famous off of just their everyday jobs. Like, the kids that work at Starbucks or whatever, they become famous for making all these damn drinks. The people that, I don't know, work in mattress stores, like they become famous or whatever because they're, filming their everyday or whatever. But one of them was like, listen, I would never imagine that me just filming and putting my everyday job on TikTok was going to end up, getting me to meet the people that I was going to meet, to get to the point of me opening up my own shop, for me to get to the point, and this all happened within a year for him. And he was like, getting to the point, he was like, now that most of my friends and most of the people that I talk to are people that I just met. You know what I'm saying? So I really get a vibe that a lot of you in this category, or who resonate with this, is like that your circle is definitely going to change. And I just get this vibe because he has the light there, and it's like all the animals are like coming towards it. And so I feel like that you're really gonna be meeting that quote unquote soul tribe, like those people where it's like, it's not that they're only friends with you, or they're only seeing you, or only trying to be around you because of what you have, but more so it's like they may understand where you came from, like they respect you. They may have the, excuse me, they may have the same gifts, talents, or skills that you have. So it's like you can talk to them about certain things. Like your conversation with these people are very different. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand, you can't take everybody with you. That's another vibe here. You can't take everybody with you. So it's like, again, be open again to receiving newer people, receiving, what I'm saying, newer loving energy. And not everybody, is a bad person. Not everybody is trying to play you. Not everybody is out to get you. Like some people know they want to vibe with you because they may have came from a place where, other people didn't believe in them. Other people thought they were crazy. Other people didn't understand their gift, talent, or skill. So it's like you're really going to be meeting people right where they are. And again, I feel like right where they are is where you are. You've elevated in life, and so now you're going to be meeting other people who are on this elevated level as well. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh, child. Employed energy. Okay. Well, you got the message of partnership here. It says, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal and career life, and both parties will benefit as a result. It says you are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings much needed skills and resources. And then the spirit animal that may be significant for you guys is the rhinoceros. Okay. The rhinoceros there. It says, still the chatter within so that you can see your true path in life. Okay, big vibes is that you may end up having somebody really encouraging you, like either encouraging you to go after a position within your job, maybe even encouraging you to leave your job, to move to a new company, to explore different things. And as well, you may just have one person that you can really confide in, who I feel like, again, is like giving you really good advice, or really, again, just really trying to encourage you. there definitely is a big vibe around. Some of you may get very close with your boss or a supervisor or somebody that's in some type of hierarchical like position above you, because it's a picture of like an older woman and a girl there like learning music or reading music and whatnot. Honestly, child, it looked like the daggone little girl is teaching the woman how to play the harp there. Okay, so there definitely could be some points of where, and I've had jobs like that too, where I would end up, training somebody who's about to be my manager. Like, how, how does that work exactly? Okay, like what you mean? Okay, like, and that could be a vibe for some of y'all where you might end up training somebody or teach. Come on, like I said, back to the main message here. If you did not listen to the main message, okay, you need to make sure that you go do that. All right, or the overall message. But like I said, just even within the thumbnail of this video, like I said, are you the trainer or the trainee? For some of y'all, when it comes to career, like you may truly begin to a point of like frustration and being confused by it. It's just like, okay, if I'm showing you how to do X, Y, and Z, why have I not gotten a raise? Why have I not really been shown appreciation? Okay, just for the work that I've done or the gifts, the talents, or skills that I like put out there. Okay, so there could be a big vibe coming up for you. There could have been something that literally happened in the month of March. I mean, we're still in March right now while I'm recording this, but there could have been something that happened in the month of March. Again, maybe you took on like a lot of workload, or you just did a lot of work, and it's a vibe of like pennies for your thoughts, like just feeling as if you didn't get enough, like you deserved more. So again, there may I get the vibe too, especially with this message of the rhinoceros. Again, still the chatter within to see your true path in life. So again, there might be something like going on in your head, in your mind, like something talking to you, like your conscience talking to you. But especially even with the LeBird up there, like in his ear, like I get that image or whatever of like the devil and the angel on your shoulder, and it's like, okay, should I act up? All right, should I act up right now? Like, should I really act out? Should I show my ass right now, or should I calm down? Should I let this ride out? Should I let this slide? What should I do? Okay, so you definitely may be at a point of like a lot of conflict within how to move forward. Okay, like you're not really knowing which way to go, what to do, or whatever. And again, that's just because you may feel as if maybe your again, your gifts, talents, your skills, your time, your energy, your money, or whatever is like being manipulated, or is being taken advantage of. Okay, so there's definitely a vibe around, again, it's like I get the vibe where, again, you have to find some type of balance though. This is another kind of like, I feel like all like overall energy, because I kind of had this vibe for the unemployment energy, but understanding that not everybody is bad, not everybody is out to get you, not everybody is trying to play you, because again, you have to get to the point of allowing, like the message says, allowing yourself to have supportive partnerships come into your life. And it says personal life and your career life. So you have to get to the point, like basically it's gonna be like a help me help you. Like you're really gonna have to allow someone in to really understand you on a deeper level. For some of you guys, maybe you're trying to have investors or something, and it's like they really want to understand you as a person and not just like give you money. It's like, no, I want to understand what your goals are. I want to understand you as a person. I want to understand why you are so passionate about this thing or whatever it may be. And for some of y'all too, I get a vibe where it's like you're having to sell yourself, or it's like you're having to go through, which I mean, which is normal, but you may have to like go through a form of like an interview process, before you get to the next position within your job or something like that, or within your company. So it's like you really having to list your gifts, talents, and skills. List out everything that you're doing. Keep a record of all the overtime. Keep a record of everything that you're doing, because it definitely will amount to something. But again, it depends on which energy you're gonna listen to. It's like, okay, basically it's like, are you about to be begging for a seat at their table? Oh, okay. Are you gonna continue to beg for a seat at their table, or are you about to just take take yourself with you, okay? Just pack up, take yourself with you, and create your own goddamn table. And for some of y'all, again, that doesn't necessarily mean, because everybody, okay, everybody's not meant to be self-employed. Everybody's not meant to be their own boss and have their own company. Like please, like that's so dream talk. Like we not talking about that. Like no, because again, you taking yourself out of the equation and creating your own table is just, again, it's like I'm not about to sit here and list all my accolades and tell y'all everything that I do for y'all because y'all clearly see it. I'm gonna take everything and I'm gonna let somebody else know, and see if they're gonna actually appreciate me and go ahead and put me where I don't have to fight so hard to get to that position that I'm looking to be in. Okay. So yeah, you taking your energy, taking yourself and moving along, that can just be moving to a different company where you don't have to keep being, you know what I'm saying, starting at the bottom. It's like, no, I'm not, I deserve something more. I deserve a raise. I deserve more money, period. Like y'all not about to keep using my time, my energy, all of this, and I'm being sweet and innocent and quiet. You know what I'm saying? It might be a vibe. Some of you feel like you're just keeping quiet and you've kept quiet for way too long. So now you're just, you're at that point of like, there's like a drastic turning point, like what you fitting to do. You know what I'm saying? What you finna to do? All right. So major decisions, as far as employed energy, as far as your actual money, be careful that your money doesn't dry up. Okay, like I said, for some of you guys, maybe you do decide to leave your job, or to take a risk and do something different. I get the vibe too, some of you like taking a risk and taking a pay cut. Maybe there are greater rewards with that in some way, somehow. However that might resonate for you. But it's because I definitely get a vibe of like coming from a point of being very plentiful to just having to be like resourceful for a little bit, or like money drying up or something. So definitely be mindful and be careful about how you're handling your finances right now. Okay. All right. And as well, some of you, you know what I'm saying, plain and simple with the partnership energy, be careful about mixing business with pleasure. Some of you guys, you could end up meeting a romantic partner through career or through work. And that might be the thing, folk might be talking or something. So just be careful with that, or however you finna handle that, child. All right. Okay, and then lastly, vibes around self-employed energy. So this can be either you have a job, but you got your own thing when you go home at night. Maybe again, you literally do just work for yourself, and maybe you listen to the unemployed energy and resonated, and now you're listening to the self-employed energy. However, this may resonate for you. Okay. Ooh, child. So you have the spirit animal of the wild boar. I think that was the little animal on Lion King. Okay, I forgot what was his name, Puma, whatever, and the little thing. Okay, but you have the message of the wild boar. It says, "Whatever traditions or others expect of you, only to yourself be true." And then you got the message of let go of guilt, baby. If these things don't go hand in hand. Okay, like if these two messages did not go hand in hand, it said, look, whatever somebody expecting of you, whatever traditions people are expecting you to follow or whatever, forget all that. You be true to yourself. And then you got the message of let go of guilt. Don't feel, listen, do not feel guilty about it. Don't let nobody guilt trip you about Nathan, okay, about nothing. All right. And there's a big vibe as well, like right now is your time. Like there's a big vibe of calling in the angels, calling in your backup. You know what I'm saying? It's like you possibly putting yourself out there or taking a big step when it comes to certain things in your life. And I feel like this can expand, even further than just career, but it's like you are taking a big step, either investing really big in things, or again just making a really big decision. And it's like the moment of like God got your back. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, baby, like right now is your time. So this is the image of let go of guilt. So literally this big old clock back there, one of the angels with a little blowhorn, like calling in, like, let's go. Like calling in, like you know what I'm saying? Like this spiritual protection. Like, nah, like do not be afraid. Step out there. Do what you do. Okay. And literally receiving your freaking flowers, literally getting your flowers. So for some of you, maybe you were like behind the camera or something, or maybe you were behind, behind like the engine for a company or something like that, and now it's your moment, your time, you're trying to step out there, like you want to step out and really be out on your own. Like I'm even thinking of like songwriters, like a lot of people have certain songs, like baby, Beyonce don't write all her goddamn songs, okay? Okay, she don't write all her songs, somebody else writes it for her, okay? Other people, like other some of your other favorite songs or whatever, they're written by other people, but the person in front is just the one that makes it pop, makes it go. They have literally, quote unquote, the machine behind them. They have a record label behind them. They have music executives, managers and stuff behind them to push them, but literally somebody else was in their bedroom writing out their pain, writing out whatever, and they just hand it over. And a lot of people, some, and this is just an example, but some like songwriters or people behind the scenes, sometimes they end up stepping out. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this song for myself, I'm going to sing it, and I want to be the star, I want to be in front, you know what I'm saying, like it's my time to shine. One really famous songwriter is Neo. If y'all know the R&B singer Neo, it was a while he was behind the camera a lot. He wrote certain songs for Beyonce, for Rihanna, for Mario, and then he was like, you know what, I want to be a star, I want to keep my songs for myself, and I want to step out there. Like I have a dream as well of being out there. So a lot of you, it could have been a big vibe where you have been playing that supportive role. You've been playing a supportive role behind the scenes and a lot of things, and again, it's time for you to shine, baby. Like this is your daggone time, okay? And for a lot of you, you may need to walk away from certain people, from certain ideas, again, traditions, like walking away from those things fearlessly, because it's like, one thing that I always say is like, you're going to end up missing your train if you don't. It's like, don't miss this train, don't miss this moment, that, maybe you can't necessarily get back. And if you do get back, maybe it's going to take you a while. Maybe it took you a lot to really build up this confidence. Again, maybe it took you a lot to get your name buzzing behind the scenes. It's kind of like, a vibe of like a celebrity, like certain people that only certain people in the community know, you know what I'm saying, only certain people know that this person is a big deal. Like that, again, back to music or whatever, like there might be certain people that are executives in a position, but average people that are not in that circle, like I don't know who the hell that is, like I don't know how important they are, I don't know how much money they got, like I don't know the connections they have, like I don't know that. So but again, I feel like that you are that person. You're about to be that person, where it's like other people are going to, again, they're going to know who you are. All right, again, it's like you're stepping out on the scene, and again, that's why I say it's like you have that backup. Like some of you guys, like you might basically, maybe you get like a shout out, you know what I'm saying, like you get some type of cosign, you get like a really big cosign. For some of you guys, if you're on social media heavy or whatever it may be, you end up getting a really big cosign, from maybe a celebrity, or from a big company or something like that, to where they want to use your products or sell your products or advertise you or something like that. So it's definitely a big vibe around, like I said, some type of cosign, or some type of endorsement or something, that may end up coming through for you guys. The message up here, it says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or what you haven't done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them, okay? So again, it's your time, baby. Go out there, live out loud. All right. Now, oh yeah, and when it comes to literally your finances, okay, like literal finances, I feel like finances are great. Okay, I feel like that they're gonna be great for you. It may not necessarily be, and I had this message for somebody else or somewhere else, but it may not necessarily be where, again, I feel like that you will be sitting in these very esteemed rooms, or amongst these esteemed crowds. Maybe you ain't got the money that they got just yet, okay, but it's definitely coming, you know what I'm saying, like it's like you're not there for nothing. So it's like your works, again, they're not in vain. So I feel like that for where you are, it's like you're gonna have everything that you need, maybe a little bit more as well, where you can splurge on yourself a little bit, or you can keep, I feel like, keep yourself up, keep yourself looking great, either getting a haircut, getting your hair done, buying new clothes, being able to look the part. It's like you're gonna have enough to really look the part, but I feel like that your your stardom, your status is definitely about to blow up, basically. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love y'all so much. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that y'all hit me up for a personal phone call or a live one-on-one video chat with me. All of that information is going to be in the description box below of this video. All right. But that's it. I love y'all so much. Okay, bye.